This has become my new intro at this point, just doing this. What's up, guys? We are back. As promised, the regular season finale of the 2026 UFL season is here, and we wrap it all up in Columbus in a game that means nothing. But I made a promise that I would go live for it, and here we are. And also, it's a big day because first day, first stream with this chair. I set it up on the previous stream on Friday night. And now, this is the chair we're going to be using for future live streams. Starting with this one. So, where do we begin? So, this game would have had a lot more meaning if Birmingham won yesterday. But of course, they didn't. Losing to the Houston Gamblers yesterday meant that they got eliminated. They were the only remaining team left in the hunt. And had they won, this game would have had a whole lot more interesting. But with them losing to Houston, they got eliminated and are no longer in playoff contention. So, this team right here, they've clinched the remaining playoff spot. So the 4 teams eliminated this year from the playoffs: the Renegades, the Stallions, the Aviators, and the Gamblers. Orlando, DC, St. Louis, and Louisville are all entering the playoffs this year, which start next week. Again, this literally means nothing. The only reason I'm live for this game is because I made a promise that I would do it. And I'm fulfilling my promise. Now, of course, Snark is still working. He might hop on for the second half, but this might be a solo gig for the most part. But either way, we're going to make the most of it. So, Chandler Rogers is starting as the Louisville quarterback. Looks like they're not resting their starters. So, with this being said, let's jump into the final regular season UFL game of this year. So it is a 77-degree day in Columbus, Ohio, where this game is taking place. You know what? I'm going to try to sound excited. Even though this game is meaningless, I'm still going to have fun with it, all right? So let's do it. So looks like Columbus is going to start with the football first. And away we go from Columbus. And let the regular season finale begin. Kickoff return gets taken down to the 27-yard line. And here comes Jalen Morton. Last week against Birmingham in his first start of the season had 14 completions out of 30 attempts, 213 passing yards, 96 rushing yards, and 4 total touchdowns, all in a single start. Keep in mind the pregame odds coming into this: Louisville, a 1.5-point favorite on the road, with the over-under being 46.5. And if you're wondering what over-under is, it's basically whether both teams combined are going to score more more than or less than 46.5 points. First down, pressure comes right at the gate. It's intercepted back the other way for the Kings, and that is going to be a pick six on the first play of the game. Right off the bat, the Kings score on the first play of the game. Morton throws a pick six to start this game off. What just happened? Wow, that was fast. That was fast. Dear God, we just started this game and we already have a defensive score. Extra point is good, and already in the first 13 seconds of the game, the Kings are up 7-0. What the heck, man? You can't make this up. Eric Garor, number 7, picks off Morton and takes it the other way for the pick six. And that is how the regular season finale starts. Morton was under a lot of pressure. Garor read it well and took it back the other way for the pick six. Wow. Now, I bet Star probably wishes he was here. But of course, he can't do anything about it. He's just working. Eric Garor, number 7, the cornerback out of Louisiana. All right, here's the kickoff to the Aviators again. Trying to cut it on the left side. Has a bit more running room. It steps out of bounds at around the 34-yard line. Wow. And back on the field comes Jalen Morton after just throwing that pick six on the last drive. Now they're going to have to try to fix that. Man. So here we go. First down from the 34 for Columbus. They start this drive with a handoff, tries the spin move, and only picks up 1 yard. John Lovett goes absolutely nowhere on that first play. I just can't believe that that's how this regular season finale began. A pick six, 13 seconds into the game. It's ridiculous. Only a gain of 1 by Lovett. Second down and 9. Morton pump fakes, throws to Lovett. Has some running room, picks up a first down for Columbus. But a flag gets thrown at the end of that play. And it looks like this is coming back. An eligible man downfield on the Aviators. So make it second down and about 14. Oh, wait. Well, I'm dumb. Official pointed the other way. It's a first down for Columbus. Jesus Christ. Illegal contact was the penalty on, and it was on the Kings. Ugh. That just goes to show you how rusty I am. It's been over a week since I've last done a UFL game, and the rust is shown. On first down, Morton carries it himself for what looked to be a gain of 7 as he steps out of bounds. Now I could throw up the second down graphic there. So yeah, there's a screw up right out of the gate. All right, second down at 3. They are in Louisville territory at the 47. Handoff up the middle. And it looks like Lovett will have enough for a first down. Why the heck is the clock stopped? What could possibly be going on here? Oh, there was a penalty and I didn't even see it. It was an illegal shift. So it's 2nd and 8 now. Morton trying to run again. He might have been forced out of bounds at the 49. That was weird. I didn't even see the flag graphic get brought up on the screen or nothing like that. That was weird. Third and 6 from the 50. Morton over the middle. Jumping catch is made. First down. So it's a first down, Columbus. As Aesop Winston Jr. making the catch. Now from the 43, Morton under pressure. Quick throw, sails incomplete. Second down from the 43. Morton fakes the handoff, keeps it himself. He'll get down to the 39-yard line, but that's as far as he goes. Third down coming up. Third and 7 from the 40-yard line. Morton dropped. He was wide open, had a chance to pick up a first down if he just held on to that football. But instead he drops it and falls to the ground. Fourth down. And now, like it or not, they're going to have to go for it. Because they've already passed the 50-yard line. Or wait, oh. Well, are they going for a 60-plus yard? Oh, no, it's 58 yards. Still, though, this is quite a distance. Jonah Dalmas attempting his third field goal of the year from 58 yards out. It's got the perfect aim, and it's good. and Columbus is on the board. Dalmas with a new career high, 58 yards, as the Aviators get on the board. 7-3 ball game with 9:51 remaining. So I guess I can speak about this now because in other news in the NBA, we know Game 7 between the Thunder and the Spurs was last night, and the Spurs did it. It was a tight battle all throughout in that Game 7 in OKC, but San Antonio did it. So this year's NBA Finals is going to be the Spurs versus the Knicks. And that is going to be one hell of a battle. So the NBA Finals will kick off this Wednesday night. I will be live for as many games as I possibly can. And so game 1 I know is going to be... let me actually look ahead here, just so we have an idea of what the schedule's going to be, because if I'm not mistaken, I believe the first 2 games are taking place in San Antonio because they're technically the higher seed of their conference. Yep. So... Games 1 and 2 will unfold in San Antonio. Then games 3 and 4 will go to New York. And then it will alternate back and forth. So game 5, if needed, will go to San Antonio. Game 6, if needed, will go back to New York. And then if this series somehow gets to a game 7, it'll be in San Antonio to wrap it up. Let's see, so game 1 will be this Wednesday, game 2 will be this Friday, game 3 will be the following Monday, next Monday night on June 8th, game 4 will be that following Wednesday, the 10th, then game 5 would be on a Saturday, if needed, and... God, with all due respect, I really hope this series doesn't go to a game 6. All right, well, here's the ensuing kickoff for the Kings. The ball came loose at the end of the return. It's Columbus football. What the heck happened here? Oh! Well, there's the impact that knocked the football out, and Columbus, despite bobbling it a bit, was able to pick it up. Or did Louisville come away with it? Easily that football's out. I mean, the knee might be down when he still had possession, but it started coming out of his hands right as he got hit. And they rule it a Columbus recovery, so they will take over. From the 25-yard line of the Kings, opportunity knocking for the Aviators, and Morton's pass here is incomplete. Throws out of the reach of his intended target. Boy, the Kings don't even get a chance to have another possession because they turn it over on the kickoff return. I mean, good God, we have yet to see Chandler Rogers out there for the Kings. It's been all Aviators on offense. Second down and 10 from the 25. Handoff. Just a gain of 3 yards for Toa Tawa. Make that only a gain of 2. It's going to be 3rd and 8. As I was saying before, respectfully, I hope these NBA Finals don't go to a Game 6, because if they do, that's going to be on a Tuesday. And that may not work for me. Because if you recall a while back when the Battlehawks faced the Renegades at home in Week 2, it was a Tuesday game, and I was multitasking, announcing for a game show and calling a football game at the same time. So imagine me having to do the same for a basketball game. 3rd down and 8. Morton is that caught? It's a touchdown! Key Chisholm in the corner of the end zone makes a touchdown catch. I need to see this again. Good God! That 1 foot's in. All you need is 1 foot in bounds for it to be considered a catch, and he had it. It's a touchdown with the extra point being good. And Columbus is able to cash in on the fumble recovery and get 7 points out of it to take the lead 10-7. Oh, boy. We're soon going to find out here in just a moment if we're going to finally get to see Chandler Rogers on the field for the Kings, because he hasn't been able to step out. The first drive, it was a pick 6, so he had no reason to go out there on offense. Second time around, the special teams fumbled the kickoff return. Therefore, bring back the Aviators offense again. It's crazy. We've had 2 straight drives go on for the Kings. There's 2 straight times where Rodgers might have been able to get out there, but then all of a sudden something bad happens, like a picks. Like something, okay, maybe not something bad, but something happens that prevents him from stepping out on offense. Ugh. All right, well, here's the kickoff to Louisville. We'll see if Chandler Rogers will get out there and if the Kings can have a proper kickoff return. Oh, down the sideline on the return. Oh, what a hurdle. Whoa! Hudson on the kickoff return. He gives the Kings amazing field position past the 50-yard line into Aviators territory. And then the hurdle to boot. I mean, granted, he didn't have to jump high, but still. What a hurdle, man. He hopped over the kicker. Dalmas missed a tackle as Hudson just hopped over him. We finally get to see Chandler Rogers out on offense for the Kings. Oh, the whole Kings offense is finally out there. First down, they hand off for a gain of 3. Jeez, now we can finally talk about Chandler Rogers. This season, he's third in the UFL in completion percentage at 62.3%. Total of 1,119 yards, 5 touchdowns, and 3 interceptions. All right, second down at 6. Turned out it was a gain of 4. From the 38, handoff again down to the 36. Kings points per game is currently at 30 points as of the last 4 games. Incredibly, this team looked like they were on the verge of being one of the dumpster fires of the league. But they managed to turn things around here for the most part. Third down at 4. That handoff goes absolutely nowhere. A gain of only 1 yard. It's going to be 4th and 3. And it looks like they're going to go for a field goal to tie up the game here. Already combating a yawn, man. What the heck? All right, here's Tanner Brown. Well, the kick is no good, but there is a flag. Did Columbus maybe jump the gun and move too early? Oh, yes, they did. Offside on Columbus, and because it was a 4th and 3, that 5-yard penalty is going to make it a first down for Louisville. So they will keep the offense going for at least another 3 plays here. That mistake has given the Kings a chain mover. So they are now the 30-yard line. Handoff, cutting it back to the left side. Still on his feet and picks up 9. So he's finally forced out of bounds, making it a gain of 8. It's Whitehead. Wait, is it Whitehead or Winstead? That wasn't even close. It was Wheeler. I'm pretty sure I made this stupid mistake so many times. Well, here's Wheeler on the right side on another handoff. He'll pick up a first down at the 17-yard line. So Ian Wheeler making himself useful in that Louisville offense. Pretty soon I'll have to take out the trash here, but I'll do it next TV timeout. So rush offense, yards per game this season, they had 56.5 in the first 6 games. Last 3 games, they've tripled that to 161.3 rushing yards per game. First down from the 17. Wheeler again gets only a single yard. Another dang yawn, man. I can't do it. Second and 9 from the 16. Rodgers keeps. He's going to run for it. He's got a lot of room. He's going to score. Chandler Rodgers for the touchdown. And Louisville takes their lead back. Untouched. It's a back and forth game, which I love. Oh, buddy. Boy, Chandler Rodgers had plenty of running room on that carry. Here's the extra point. And it's good. So that offside penalty by Columbus ended up making the difference, because had they not jumped, this game would have been tied. But instead, because of that offside, the Kings were able to get into the end zone and take the lead. 14-10 with 4:10 left in the first quarter remaining. I will be right back. Gonna trash the dump again. Oh, boy. Well, I must have missed something. Aviators right now have a 3rd and 9 from the 42. Morton throws. That is going to be a first down to Kiki Chisholm at the 40-yard line of Louisville. Of course, the moment I tune back in, a first down is secured. Like doing this on camera, but I have no choice. You know, this is disgusting. I'd rather do it with this than with a finger, because that's even more disgusting. I hate doing that. All right, well, early movement. First down and 15 now for the Aviators, as there was a false start. First and 15, Morton's pass incomplete. He tried to recover the catch after the bobble, but couldn't do it. When Brown deflected it, tried to get it back to himself, it just fell to the ground, incomplete. Second and 15 from the 45. Morton's pass incomplete. So it is. That was a bad throw by Morton. First off, it was off the hand of his intended receiver. He wasn't even looking for it. So now it's going to be third down at 15. Unless they want to try a 60-plus yard field goal attempt, they got to go for it, should they not convert. They hand off to Lovett. Long way to go. He's not even close. Jesus. Oh, now we got a fight! Flags are down all over the places. We have a fight. A helmet is off. And it's still going. Another helmet flies off. What just happened here? Multiple flags thrown, helmets being thrown off. And it just kept escalating. 2 Kings players lost their helmets in the scuffle. What on earth? The regular season finale. This game means absolutely nothing, and we have a fight. So what happened here? Well, there's the problem. Oh my God, and it's the guy who got the pick 6 at the beginning of the game. He was the first one to lose his helmet, but that was only because Martin of the Aviators grabbed onto it and tried to rip it off of him. And then a teammate of his threw a punch at an Aviators player, and that's when tensions really started rising. Both Dantzler and Garor both lost their helmets during the whole ordeal. Oh my God! Dantzler threw a punch! He might get ejected here. This is crazy. First quarter's not even over yet, and we already have a fight. Good God. Of course, in the most meaningless game of the year, does stuff like this happen. From a pick six to a fumble on a kickoff to now a fight. They call personal fouls on both teams. So more likely those fouls are going to offset. And there is an ejection. Dantzler, number 3 of the Kings, because he threw a punch. Cameron Dantzler has been ejected. Just because he threw a punch to Lovett during the whole tussle. And now he's on his way to the sideline into the locker room to get out. His day is done. Fouls offset, so it still remains 4th and 13. We'll see what the Aviators do, but the fact of the matter is Cameron Dantzler is out. He is ejected for the rest of this game and will not be coming back. It looks like Columbus is bringing out the field goal unit. And this is for 4 points from 61 yards out to tie up the game. Dalmas from 61. Is it long enough? Yes, it is! Dalmas from 61 ties the game at 14-all. After making one from 58 earlier, he makes one from 61, and this game is tied. As we witness another 60-plus yard field goal made for 4 points. Wow. So much unfolded on that drive, it wasn't even funny. That is crazy. That is so crazy, man. Like I said, of course, in the game that means absolutely nothing. We first have a pick six on the first play from scrimmage for the Kings. Then a fumble on the following kickoff return after that. Then an offside penalty that allowed the Kings to score another touchdown. And now a fight. And immediately after that, a 60-plus field goal is made for 4 points. Leave it to the most meaningless game of the year to have the most action between two teams. It's ridiculous. Pretty sure Cameron Dantzler might be the first UFL player this year to get ejected as well. But naturally, it was because he threw a punch during that whole fight, which obviously you cannot do. Granted, this game needs absolutely nothing, but that's no excuse to just go off on an opponent like that. For you to throw a punch? Crazy. So Chandler Rogers is actually on the sideline as of this moment. They're actually bringing out a different quarterback in Cozy Perry. So he's going to take over as quarterback for this drive. They start with a handoff to Jaden Sheridan, and he picks up 4. As that will bring us to the end of quarter number 1. We're tied at 14 all. We've had so much action go on in just one quarter of football alone. We still have 3 more to go, folks. Buckle up. Even though this game means nothing, we're still in for one hell of a ride, apparently. I'm going to grab some food. I'll be right back. Oh, God. We're going to order some pizzas for ourselves, so hold off on grabbing anything for now. Man, I still haven't recovered, man. Alright, we're tied again at 14 all. Both teams have had 1 turnover, and they've scored 7 points off of it. Here we go. Second quarter begins with a 2nd and 4 from the 35. Handoff on the right side. First down and a whole lot more. Out of bounds at midfield goes Sheridan. Second quarter begins with a chain mover for Louisville. First down from the 49. Handoff immediately gets blasted. Good God. Sheridan gets immediately hit. Doesn't even pick up any yardage. He lost a couple. Second down and 11. Handoff again. He picks up yardage this time, but still gets wrapped up. We might be at a 3rd and 10 here. Nope, 3rd and 9, but still. Third down and 9. They just get the snap off. And the pass is incomplete. Target Davidson looking for a flag. He's not going to get one. 4th down. Perry tried to get it with Davidson. He had a hand in front of him on the face mask. He couldn't even see the football. And that's where... Well, he doesn't grab it per se, but it's still a face mask contact. Surprised Louisville isn't using their super challenge here. 4th and 9. Perry. Pass is tipped and incomplete. Wheeler acting like it's a live ball, but the arm was clearly going forward. Turnover on downs. It's Aviators football. They pretty much had to go for it because they were past the 50. And Pat, number 96, gets a hand on it for the incompletion. So Columbus will be taking over in just a moment. Third down, it's set. What the heck was that? As I failed to realize my mic wasn't even unmuted. As I was saying, I officially know the dates for both of the playoff games for the UFL this year. They're both next Sunday. The bad news is the first one might not be in its entirety because, of course, I'm leaving church mass at 1, and the game starts at 3 p.m. Eastern, which is 2 my time. Church is far, like about a half-hour drive from here to there, if we're lucky. Maybe 20-minute drive, but still. All right, so 4th down and 7. Aviators have to go for it. Morton's pass is tipped and incomplete. And it's going to be a turnover on downs. Morton tried to go for a deep shot, but the pass got batted down and it sails incomplete. And now a turnover on downs for the Aviators. They're going to give it right back to Louisville. Arm clearly went forward. So it's an incomplete pass. Kings will take over. But yeah, again, because I leave church at 1 p.m. Eastern, and we usually get something to eat after the fact, we might be gone for quite a while, and I may not be coming back until later on. Plus, the fact that I still have also have a driving lesson to do scares me. So there's a good chance that the first game between the Storm and the Defenders is canceled. Like there's a chance I might be able to do the second half, but no promises on that. The second game I will more than likely be doing. It just sucks that the United Bowl is on the 13th instead of the 14th, because, of course, leave it to them to put it on the Saturday. I'm considering taking that day off. As many of you know, the 14th is my birthday. Yes, I was born on Flag Day. How weird is that? Going to be 26 this year. It's going to be so surreal, man. I've already lived a quarter of a century, and I'm about to enter the next quarter. The United Bowl is taking place the day before I turned 26, so I really want to live stream that because I was able to do the UFL Championship last year. Problem is, I, of course, am scheduled to work that day. I have to talk with my manager about taking a different day and not working on that day because, again, or maybe I do work, but I find a way to cover the live stream, cover the United Bowl then, but can't make any promises. All right, so first down for the Kings after the turnover on downs. They start with a handoff to Wheeler, and he goes nowhere. Second down. Throws pass is going to be caught by Jackson for a gain of 9. Rogers still on the sideline, by the way. It's Perry still at QB. Gotta love how they're highlighting the stats since he took that big hit in Week 7 when they faced DC. That big hit transformed him for some reason. All right, 3rd down and 1. Well, they whistled the play dead. There was movement prior to the snap. Actually, no, a timeout was called. Louisville burns their first timeout. So timeout Kings. They use their first one. They're going to have a 3rd and 1 situation very shortly here. Third down and 1 from the 42-yard line. Wheeler pushes through, gets the first down at the 39. Coming up on 9 minutes left in the first half here. Ian Wheeler this season, 62 rushes for 295 yards, 4.8 average, 5 touchdowns. Here's Perry on first down from the 39. Over the middle, through the hands of the receiver, incomplete. Jackson again was the target. Couldn't haul it in, through his hands, 2nd down. Still no word from Snark yet. He'll probably be on for the second half. 2nd down, Perry fakes the handoff. Wide open, room to run. First down at the 24. Trey McKinney, the tight end, with his first catch of the game, and it's a chain mover for Louisville. This is surprisingly a good turnout here in this game. I didn't think a lot of people were going to be attending this game because it literally meant nothing. Maybe because of the cheap price point of tickets, who knows? First down from the 26, Perry throws wide open. It's Jackson. Jackson down to the 19, a gain of 6. And make it a gain of 5. The way that there's Jackson making his first catch of the game. I find it funny how the Aviators defensive coordinator's first name is literally Captain. I don't know. Something about that is just hilarious to me. 2nd and 5. Wheeler hit immediately. Can't pick up anything. Well, he had no chance. It's now going to be 3rd and about 6 from the looks of it. Third and 6. Perry gonna run. Diving for the first down. He almost lost his balance. But he gets the first down with his legs. Well, I'm amazed Perry even managed to stay on his feet. The way he ran, he almost looked like, he did stumble a bit too. But the turf monster almost got him. But he is able to pick it up. Taylor Rogers just enjoying himself on the sideline. First down from the 14. High snap. Perry throws, caught, breaks the tackle. Down to the 5. Wow. Boy, what a move by the receiver there. Tariq Black for a gain of 8. I'll make it 9. Second down and 1. Perry throws, almost intercepted. Went right through the hands of 22 of Columbus. Sails incomplete. 3rd and 2 coming up. Current drive is going to be on the 11th play of this drive. About to approach 6 minutes in length. 3rd and 2. Handoff. I think with forward progress, he should have enough for the first down. That is Jaden Sheridan. He does get the first down. 1st and goal. All right, 1st and goal from the 3. Wheeler trying to barrel through. Did he get in? Officials are saying no. Denied at the half-yard line. Wheeler did not quite get in. Look just to make sure. Yep, he's down just shy of it. Let's look at the other angle here. Well, he might have gotten it. The other angle proves otherwise from what I saw originally. That looks like he's over. Like the elbow might have been coming down in with the football past the line. If I'm Louisville, I would use my super challenge. Well, no, they're not going to use their super challenge. It's under a review. Pereira and the team are taking a look at it right now. I don't know. That to me looks like he's over. No part of him was down because I think he had his back against the defender. He should be in. My guess is this is a touchdown. And it looks like it's good. The ruling on the field is overturned. Touchdown, Louisville. Wheeler gets his score. And the Kings take the lead again. All right, here's the extra point. And it is good. Louisville takes the lead 21-14. Well, not really much for me to say at this point, folks. What can I say? Game is meaningless at this point. So I don't care. Alright, here is the kickoff to the Aviators. Return from inside the 5. Out of bounds at the 28-yard line. And that will be where Columbus will start their next drive. So here comes Morton again. All right, here we go. First down from the 28 for Columbus. Morton throws to Lovett. Lovett trying to find some running room. He is hit immediately. He only picked up a single yard when it looked like he was going to get more than that. Wow. Second and 9. Lovett again. As a tiny little bug is moving around me, being annoying. Lovett gets about 8 on the carry. Third and 2. Morton throws to a wide open Lovett. Tries to hurt. I don't know what kind of a hurdle attempt was that, man. Lovett. Defender wasn't even approaching him at an angle where he could hurdle over him, and he still made the jump. Seriously, this little bug needs to move. Get out of my... He needs to die. That was a terrible hurdle attempt by Lovett, man. What on earth was he thinking? First down for Columbus should take us to the 2-minute warning unless they want to run a play here. They will run one. Morton out to his left, flushed out, throws it incomplete. He was better off just letting it go down to the 2-minute warning. It was 2:01 when they snapped it. Anyway, so here we are, 2-minute warning with 1:53 remaining in this half. Should have just let it run down to that 2-minute warning. All right, 2nd down and 10 coming out of the 2-minute warning. Handoff. Down to about the 47-yard line goes Toa. 3rd down. Third and 7. Horn throws. It's going to be caught. 1st down. Winston down the sideline. 1st down and more. Deep in Louisville territory. 1:22 remaining and counting. First down, they get the snap off in time. Morton going deep. Caught! Winston again to the 1. 1st and goal. 1:16 left. They're going no huddle here. 1st and goal from the 1. And Tawa is in on the handoff. Touchdown, Columbus! Tawa rushes it in, and the Aviators are an extra point away from a tie game. Who would have thought? English game, we have a shootout. Extra point is good. We're tied again. kickoff here in a few moments. All right. Here's the kickoff to the Kings. Return from the 7. He'll get hit and brought down to about the 25-yard line. Kings are going to have 1:05 left with 2 timeouts. And keep in mind the Kings get the ball to start the second half. First down from the 27. Perry's going deep with it, throws it out of bounds. What the heck was that? If he was going to take a deep shot, I don't know why he threw it way far out of bounds. Not again, stupid fluff in my nose. Ugh, an itch over here on the left cheek that is annoying. Second down at 10. Perry to Wheeler. That's not going to work. Backed up to the 22-yard line. Going to lose at least 5 yards. That was a mistake. And Columbus will burn their first timeout. Third and 15. Perry, pressure coming. Flushed out to his right. A flag is down as Perry goes deep with this. Did he catch that? Oh boy, Winstead with an insane snag if this stands. Isaiah Winstead with the catch of the year. And that is going to count. Defensive hold on Columbus declines the penalty. It's a first down for Louisville. In double coverage. What a grab by Winstead. He did lose it and bobble it a bit, but it never touched the ground. He held on to that thing. First down, Kings. Hell of a grab. First down here, caught by Jackson. He's going backwards. I think Louisville burned their second timeout. So a late flag flew on that second down play. First down for the Kings. Perry throw. He did not catch. He caught it! Touchdown! Winstead again! One-hander. He caught it. That's insane. I mean, wow. My misfortune, I'm going to have to order pizzas again, and I have to drive to pick them up myself. Flag is down on the extra point. Some more tensions flaring after the flag was thrown. Oh my God, another punch was... Jesus! What kind of heat do these two teams have? Just before the touchdown, there was a shove that an Aviators defender... There was a shove from an Aviators defender that gave the Kings a first down. Now here a punch was thrown again. This might be a half distance penalty, and I think the Kings may go for two here. No, they're still going for the extra point. And it's good. All right, here is the kickoff to the Aviators. Turn from the 15, or from, I should say from the 5 down to the 25-yard line. Boy. Say Winston last drive, 2 catches for 59 yards, and that's a touchdown. Doesn't look like Columbus is going to kneel this down. Here's Morton on first down. Lovett makes the catch. He steps out of bounds at around the 37-yard line. With 2 timeouts here, they could make this interesting. 11 seconds left. All right, pizzas are ordered finally. Once halftime rolls around, I'll be going to pick them up. 49 points in the first half. Already the over has been achieved. First down, your pass is incomplete. Morton just wrapped up in all kinds of pressure. The Kings bat it down. 7 seconds left, second down. I made the idiotic mistake of not ordering these things, but what can you do? Second down from the 37. Morton throws it over the middle, incomplete, broken up again. Kings defender got a hand on it. 2 seconds left, third down and 10. They more likely will have to go Hail Mary mode if they want any chance to score on this drive before the half is over. Well, never mind. They just kneel it down. All right, folks, it's halftime. Time for me to go drive and pick up these things. All right, armrests up. Gauge the chair cam. I'll see you guys for the second half. right. So pick up later, and after some bullshit with drivers and traffic that apparently stopped for no reason, we're back. As I predicted on the way back, because of the traffic, I was going to miss a good majority of the third quarter. And miss a majority of the third quarter I did. Luckily, score hasn't changed. All right, so let's pick it back up. We continue from Columbus. 8-4 up. As apparently Columbus just got flagged for a delay of game. Let me see if I can bring Snark in for... Let's see, second down, pass from Morton. What the? I don't even want to think about what happened. Third down and 13. Morton's pass is incomplete for Kiki Chisholm. Dude, what the heck? What kind of malarkey is that, man? Has there not been any action since the second half started? I mean, for the love of God.
I don't know. I've been switching back and forth between several things at once, so I haven't really paid attention to the game. In fact, Fox One was giving me more issues on my Roku stick. It's like I'll play for like 3 minutes and then it'll crash.
Here's a 4-9-yard field goal attempt by Dalmas, and it's good. As it hits the fencing behind the goalpost. So 28-24. Our first scoring of the game that, or at least of the second half. But wow. I have a bad feeling with all the action that went down in the first half. I don't think we're going to get much of it here.
Yeah, I think I cursed it, as always. I didn't watch the game earlier.
So let me just give you a rundown. First play of the game
I already know.
Was a pick six.
I already know about that. As soon as I heard that, I was like, fuck that, I'm not watching it anymore. So I listened to the Pirates game instead.
Then a 4-point field goal was made in the process. Then a fight that resulted in an ejection. And the tensions just kept on flaring between these two teams.
And we get to face them again next week. I'm going to be honest with you, I'm not watching next week because, one, it's an unusual time and I'll be working. Two, because I know we're going to fuck it up.
You guys don't stand much of a chance against Orlando.
No, we're pretty much screwed up. That's why I said we limped our way into the playoffs. What is this?
Well, I'll be back because I've yet to get the pizza I just picked up, so I'll be back.
What'd you get, Little Kaisers? Oh, I'm waiting for the fucking ad council. Ugh. Mm-hmm.
Well, Perry looks like he's done. Mike DiLiello, or I didn't even see the last name for a moment, but he's a quarterback right now for the Kings. His first throw is a completion. Davidson gets it for a gain of 5 on a second at 7. Pepperoni lover's dream. 3 slices of the original and 3 pieces of the pepperoni cheesy bread that they offer at my location. Not every location has
Yeah,
them,
I was this close to getting little Kaisers tonight, but I decided to just get something from the store.
Third down and 2. Sacked! Huh! First drive in with a new start, and he doesn't do much.
Yeah, the other thing is my whole plans for a Fallout birthday dinner has gone to shit now because of something that happens. I'll explain later. Get sacked, by the way.
That's what I just said.
Well, you got to remember, I'm like 10 seconds behind you.
Oh, I thought you were just telling me.
No, I was responding to that, saying that was a good sack.
Timeout, Louisville. Looks like they were going to get a delay of game if they didn't call that TO.
Yeah, because the moment you said delay game, my clock was at 10. So yeah, the Xbox app for Fox One is way behind. But anyway, I found out what happened to my second gift that GoodX got me. I told you she's got me like a 4-pack of Jones Fallout soda.
Oh, okay.
They did not ship it. They ordered like 2.5 weeks ago. So needless to say, GoodX has been going off on them because they were a big fan of Jones for like 20 years. And
what platform was this shipped on?
I think it was on, they said Shopify.
Jesus.
Yeah. So they went off on that. That's why I told you about that Alex Jones comment the other night.
4th and 11. Kings have to go for it here. Pass is going to be caught by Jackson, but he won't get to the first down.
That's good.
Turnover on downs, Columbus ball.
So it's just like, well, I'm not going to say it out loud because
Mike DiLiello, that's his name, okay.
yeah, what they said was pretty well. But I'll send it to you in the DM, see if I can find it.
I need to see this comment in particular. All right, I'll be right back.
Yeah.
Last thing I forgot to give was a drink.
Before. Damn. I may have screwed that up. Stand by. Sorry, I screwed it up.
Okay. Let's see if this thing still
Yeah, I kind of screwed up. Yeah, I got to send you the second part. I kind of screwed it up.
There's still, this thing's still guessing. All right, so it's at least still, it isn't flat at least. There we go.
Yeah, this is the line. This is as of 9:30, as of yesterday. Man, it sounds like me with Amazon sometimes. Or no, Amazon would have to deal with FedEx. Remember, I went through this with my Intelligent Sprint. I don't trust a company that claims they escalated something because the truth is they're just dragging you in the mud.
All right, here we go. 1st and 10 for Columbus following the turnover on downs from their own 42-yard line.
Come on, Columbus.
Hand off to Toa Taua. Approaching midfield, he'll get 8. So wait. Is there a way Louisville can improve or can go down in seeding?
No, they're locked.
That's what I thought. Morton pass, he's tipped! Oh, nearly picked.
Thank God I wasn't.
That was dangerous. 3rd down. Through the hands of both the intended receiver and the defender that covered him.
Yeah, he's lucky.
3rd and 2. Taua will get the 1st down at the 45. .340 left in the 3rd. 1st down from the 45. Taua right up the middle, past the 40, down to the 39. 2nd down. Back to Taua on 2nd and 5. Flag is down as for the moment he has the 1st down. It's going to be on Louisville. Penalties declined, 1st down. Hey, keep on moving.
Yeah.
From the 35. Morton throws it up too high. Incomplete. Late flag thrown. Pick it up. No foul on the field. 2nd down still. Handoff to Lovett, nothing. I'd have lost a yard if anything. Third and 11. Morton tries to run it himself. He gets to the 32-yard line, but gets pulled down out of bounds. Fourth down.
All right, so the ball's at the 36. That's going to be a 53-yard attempt. So it'll be 3 points in. Denver 17 or Denver 27 is not doing that well.
Jeez. Yeah, I just saw it.
Yeah.
All I can say to that is good Lord. Right, here's a 51-yard attempt by Jonah Dalmas. Oh, my God! It did not look good when he kicked it. It looked like it was a shank, but it curved back to the right and through.
All right, let me see this.
And then, again, the wind must have really pushed it.
Jesus. That wasn't, dude, that wasn't regular. That's not regular wind. That's a fucking wind tunnel.
Yeah, no kidding, man. He's lucky the weather worked out in his favor because, again, it looked like a shank at first, but then it just curved back towards the uprights and through. And it's a 1 point game. Dude. Yeah, no, it's that bad when it's a soccer kick.
Speaking of which, I'll see if there's any MLS tonight while we're on break. So who's playing tonight? Oh, there's no games until July. I thought they'd have like one more week before the World Cup. God damn it.
All right, here is the kick to Louisville, a 1 point game here with 1:15 left in the third. Is a return by Sheridan. He'll be brought down to the 30. All right. Oh, Jesus. One of the cameramen got collided into as while Morton got pushed out of bounds. Poor dude actually bled.
Back over.
God bless his soul, man. Bald cameraman got shoved down, man.
Yeah. I just caught it at the last second. Oh, God.
Yeah, that looked pretty bad.
Yeah.
First down for Louisville. Handoff to Wheeler. He only picks up 2 yards. I think at this point, both
That's
teams
like
are
he's
just
okay.
sitting their starters.
Yeah, I figured this game pretty much has no meaning, like my game earlier.
So, yeah, Chandler Rogers is just going to stay on the sideline more than likely for the rest of the game. Gain of only 2 on the first down play.
I mean, yeah, the playoffs are already determined.
Yep. But again, though, the first game I more likely will not do because, well, it starts an hour after I leave church, and I probably won't be home by then.
Yeah,
Here's
I'm going to be out
Yellow
the
on the
because I'll be
run.
working.
Down to the 39, he gets a gain of 7. This should take us to the end of quarter number 3. Yep, third quarter is finished. All right, 1-point ball game. 1 quarter left.
It's closer than I thought it would be.
Yeah, way closer than I thought. And of course, the most meaningless game of the year has the most action. Crazy how that shit works out. We'll say, though, in other news here, with Game 7 going to the wire yesterday, San Antonio won it. So it's Spurs-Knicks for this year's NBA Finals. Now it's a matter of who we think takes it.
I didn't see the game. I only heard about when I got home from my going out for my birthday. So I was actually happy to see the Spurs win. I did not want to see the Thunder get in.
No, they didn't. They lost at home in Game 7.
I love it. And I'm trying to think, has New York ever won an NBA title?
If Stephen A. Smith's upset about them, I doubt it.
Let me take a look.
My guess is they may have a while back, but
I know they didn't during the Patrick Ewing era. Yeah, 1973. And they haven't had a conference title since 1999. Card number's 10. Frazier,
they're making their first championship appearance, since 1973 from the looks of it.
Yeah, that's what I'm reading right now.
First conference title since 99.
Okay, that's a weird number to have retired. 613.
That is weird.
William Red Holzman. Let me see why. Why is number 613 retired? I don't see why. Well, still not as weird what the Lakers did.
The Spurs win this would be their first championship since 2014.
Let me take a look at this.
Because
I know they have a retired microphone. That can't be right. Because I'm looking at the Lakers' retired numbers, and obviously they got a lot. Kobe Bryant, probably both. Yeah, Kobe Bryant twice.
3rd and 1. Davidson makes the catch. It's going to be a first down for the Kings as we start the fourth quarter.
13 for Will Chamberlain, 16 for Pau Gasol, 22 for Michael Cooper. 24 is that. 25 is Gail Goodrich. 32, or Magic Johnson, of course. 33, Kareem. Yep. Shaq for 34, 42, James Worthy. 44, what's Jerry West. 52, Jamel Wilkes. And they have a microphone retired.
First down for the 50. DeLiello keeps it. He'll only get a gain of 3 down to the 47.
God, I swear to God, Louisville's acting so cocky. They are to me what Columbus is to you.
You know, you're not going to believe me when I tell you this, but last week, while the Kings had 13 penalties, they haven't had a single one in this game. As crazy as this sounds, all the penalties in this game have been on Columbus.
Yeah, what a surprise.
2nd and 7. DeLiello throws. That's incomplete for Prather.
And who is it tonight? Is it Blandino or?
It's Pereira, because they were reviewing a touchdown that broke the plane or not by Columbus, and they confirmed it was a score. Yeah, it's Pereira today. All right, 3rd and 7 coming up for Louisville. DeLiello going deep. Cannot make the catch. Prather had it and dropped it. 4th down.
Yep, he should have had that.
Kings got to go for it here. DeLiello, 4th down. Aviators bring a blitz. He gets out of there, but he takes a massive sack back at their own 38-yard line.
Ooh, that's going to hurt.
He should have just gotten rid of him, man. I don't know what he thought was going to happen there. You know you're not going to get the first down. Throw it away so you don't give them good field position. But evidently, DeLiello, the former defender, yeah, he was a DCQB at one point, clearly is stupid. Columbus will take over.
I forgot to check my Atari competition. I think I lost again. They always get a very high score at the last hour. Someone has a hold my beer moment. Let's see. Where is it? God damn, why is this site so fucking slow? There we go. I think it's fixed.
First down. Morton running for the first down, trying to get there. That's going to depend on the spot. I don't know if he picked it up or if he picked up just 9. I'm just checking right now to see if he did pick it up. And apparently the Kings are using their super challenge.
Oh, man.
They are claiming that there was a hold on the Aviators that wasn't flagged.
And I came in second. Fuck.
That looks like it's a hold.
Oh, yeah. Definitely a hold.
Easily grabbed him by the shoulder.
Yep. Yeah, he'd have to agree with them on that, but that was a hold.
And yep, they rule the holding penalty on Columbus, so that big game by them will not count after all. So Louisville wins the Super Challenge. They keep one of their 2 timeouts, and they push the Aviators back 10 yards rather than having them pick up 9. First and 20 from the 48. Quick throw from Morton. Caught by Chisholm. Brought down to the 44-yard line. Doesn't gain much.
Yeah, it's like about 4.
Second and 16. Morton throws. Incomplete for Chisholm. Third down and 16 coming up.
Damn.
Not even the throw looked good. Third and 16. Morton going to run for it. That is not going to work at all. Run down to the 41-yard line. And they go for a field goal to try to take the lead here. Almar has made some good kicks. He has made a 60-plus yarder earlier in this game. From 61 to be precise.
So they'd be up by a normal field goal if they get this.
Yeah, this might be a normal one, but either way, this would give them the lead. Well, actually, no.
They'd be up by a normal field goal.
No, this is 60 yards on the dot. Can Dalmas make another? That one doesn't look good. Nope. Now, the first one he made looked a lot cleaner. This one, not so much. Was curving left and had no chance to curve back in.
Yeah, too far.
Could have had 4 points to take the lead, but instead they get none. And the Kings get it back. Up by 1.
Yeah, I thought I logged in on the site. Okay, there we go. This can't be right. Oh, there we go. I'm checking all my scores from yesterday.
All right, so back to the topic of the finals here. Now I think we make our predictions here. Now we know who's going up against who. So who takes it and in how many games for this series?
Oh, you're talking about the NBA Finals.
Yep.
Because I was going to say, you already know my response of next week. And I'm not looking forward to it.
Yeah, I'm talking about the NBA Finals here. Who do you think takes it?
Considering I'm not a big NBA person, I'm going to say New York in 6.
Knicks in 6. Okay. From the Aviators, what better way to finish off our inaugural season than Ted Ginn Jr. passing out his very own bobblehead ahead of tonight's game? Wow. Ricky Prohl, Chris Redman, A.J. McCarron, and Ted Ginn with... This kid has 4 of them! Why? What? I don't understand why they're so excited for this. Hit him on first down after the turnover on downs. Sheridan only picks up 2 yards. It's ridiculous. Why would Aviators fans get a bobblehead of their head coach? They don't need a reminder of how badly he did this year. Yes, it's your inaugural season, but you guys ended at 3-6, maybe 3-7, depending on how this goes tonight. 2nd and 8. Diliello throws. It's caught. Still go down to the 30-yard line of Columbus. Prather finally learns that he can catch the ball. He finally has hands. No longer a occasional just for decoration.
At least the game I went to, I actually got a good prize. I got a flag of the championship banner.
See, now that's good. That's decent. The bobbleheads of the coach, what's the point?
Can I take a picture of that?
First down from the 30. Sheridan running into a wall in a ton of trouble. Well, he's going to lose 2, maybe 3 yards. Nowhere but backwards.
All right. Yeah, there it is.
And we have a timeout. Columbus uses their first timeout.
But yeah, that's the banner I got.
Ah, nice.
So yeah, I'd rather have that over a bobbleheaded
bobblehead, yep.
coach that got just 3 and 7.
Yep. Crazy to think that the Kings have had a turnaround. First 3 games, they were winless with 16 points per game and losing the turnover differential with -3. Now, last 6 games, 5-1, 29 points per game, and +10 in turnover differential. The first and the last stat are best in the league since that week.
What's the...
2nd and 13 from the 32. The yellow throws. It's going to be caught. Down to the 26. Goes Winstead. 3rd down. All right, 3rd down. 3rd down at 6. So the yellow throws. Caught for the first down at the 17-yard line. Kings with the chains again. First down from the 17. Here's Sheridan. Gone. Untouched. Touchdown, Kings.
That pretty much seals it.
It's over. Louisville's going to go on to be 6-4 with the way they're playing right now.
Yeah.
Jaden Sheridan for the touchdown. They are up by 7, pending the extra point.
And sure you can tell I'm not happy about that.
All right, here's the extra point. Ooh, curves right, but is good. 35-27. Still a 1-possession game, but that touchdown makes it a lot tougher for Columbus. Chris Redmond led Kings to the playoffs in his first season as head coach.
And of course, Fox is sucking his dick. Yeah, next week is not going to be fun. By the way, I think after next week is over, I'm probably going to end up getting rid of Fox 1.
All right, here's the kickoff to the Aviators. Return from the 8. Just past the 30, down to the 32-yard line. The Aviators want to get back into the game. They got work to do, and fast. So it's a recap of the semifinal between the Kings and the Battlehawks. Battlehawks won 16-3. The Kings had a season low of 3 points, and the Battlehawks defense had 6 sacks and allowed 12 rushing yards only. It's going to be interesting. But that was, well, actually, no, that was before the turnaround after Rodgers took that big hit against Week 7. It's going to be interesting to see if they've changed up their game, or Ian covers the camera at the last second before they cut to the field. Here's To'Atawa on first down inside the 40. Gets a gain of 9 down to the 41. And like I said, it's going to be interesting to see how, with this new unit that apparently has had a turnaround, how they're going to fare against St. Louis. I'm pretty sure it's at St. Louis.
It'll be surprising. And I'm sure mine's going to be at Orlando.
I don't know. We'll see. 2nd and 1.
All right. Well, I'm going to check Ticketmaster.
They did not get the playoff in time. Flag down, delay a game, moving back 5. Championship odds. Birmingham was the favorite, followed by you all and then us. And now entering the day, Orlando's the favorite, followed by St. Louis, DC, and Louisville.
Well, it is listed for here for next Sunday, except for one thing. It's canceled. So I'm guessing that means it's going to be at Orlando.
2nd and 6. Morton throws this right, wide open. Tay Martin. First down at the Louisville 37. Now, they may move it to a site somewhere near you guys. I think the way they have it this year, at least from when I saw the image of it on the graphic of the playoff bracket, so I completely forgot I have wet clothes that I haven't hung on my bed, and now the sheet is wet on the side. Looks like I fucking peed on it, but I didn't. Too mature.
I don't think it's so bad.
Yeah, too mature for that. I'm too mature for that shit. To'Atawa gets a gain of 2.
Laundry, but it's still a laundry bag.
And I completely forget that I have clothes to hang up. Damn it! First down from the 25. Get these 2 polos ready to hang. Here's Tawa. Nothing. Well, he didn't pick up much at all. Obviously, I can't update the down marker right now because I'm, of course, far away. So, before you folks try to complain to me and say anything. Second and 9. They just get the snap off. Morton throws it away. 3rd and 9. Morton for the end zone, complete for Tay Martin. 4th down.
Ugh. Now, are they going to go for it, or are they going to go kick the field goal and then go for a 4th and 12? I mean, you got nothing to lose anyway, one way or another. And nothing to win for that matter.
Fourth and 9, they're going for it. Morton throws incomplete for Chisholm. Turnover on downs. It's going back to Louisville. It's over.
Yeah. Like I said, it ended the way I feared it would.
First down from the 25. Here is Wheeler off to the races down the sideline. One man to beat. Gets out of bounds at around the 7-yard line of Columbus.
All right, now it's officially over.
Oh, my God. Wheeler with one of the most powerful runs we've seen in this game up to this point. He actually stepped out of bounds sooner than the 7-yard line. This was getting together to see where they ruled him out at. Aviators using their super challenge. Either they're challenging an illegal block in the back or a hold. Looks like a hold. Oh, yeah, there might have been a hold on Louisville that might erase this big run. Nope, it stands. No hold. Will not erase the run. Aviators lose their timeout. First down from the 14. And Sheridan past the 10. And he's going to get a gain of 4. It's going to be second down, but there is a flag. Face mask on Columbus, and the official making the gestures in the most aggressive way possible. trying to let out his inner Ed Hockley for some reason.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a clear face mask. They call that one. Half the distance penalty, automatic first down for the Kings. It's going to be first and goal.
They literally tore his head off almost.
They don't have to run a play here. They could run this down to the 2-minute warning if they wanted to. The ball's right now at the 5. They won't even bother getting set. At least they're smart, unlike Columbus in the first half, when they ran a play after the 2-minute warning and it went down to 153 and the play resulted to be an incompletion. All right, well, either way, 2-minute warning's upon us. Kings just looking to ice it. For the Kings, this is their 4th straight game with 30-plus points. Lord have mercy.
Yeah, don't remind me.
Did I say 40? I meant 30.
I said 40 myself.
Hand off to Sheridan, only 1 yard gained. They immediately return after the 2-minute warning. They don't take long. 2nd and goal coming up. Second and goal, Sheridan on the right side. Can he get there? He can! Good night. Touchdown, Louisville. They're going to cruise their way to a win.
Lower. Yeah.
Have reached over the pylon before stepping out of bounds. That is a touchdown.
Yeah, I feel it's going to end like this. I guess I switch over. You know what? Let's see what dailies I have today.
Extra point is good. Kings are now up to 42. The Kings answered everything. The Kings answered everything to score 42 points. That made no sense.
Did they say what the over is? Considering that Fox never shows it.
They showed at the start of the game, believe it or not, and they already surpassed it. It was 46.5. They were way over.
Oh, yeah.
And Louisville a 1.5-point favorite on the road. They're about to win this by 15. Literally 10 times what the pregame odds were. All right, here is the kickoff to Columbus. Like this means much.
Yeah, I guess I already switched it off.
I still got to see it for formality's sake. What kind of formalities? I don't know. I'm just making up stuff at this point. And I didn't want to do this because this scene doesn't mean anything, but I had made a promise. It's the only reason why I did this. Honestly, I'm not too upset at the fact that I did decide to stream it. Because otherwise I wouldn't have been able to call those insane happenings in the first half live. Return down to the 40-yard line. Columbus is just one timeout and 1:05 left to go in this game.
Ugh.
First down, Morton throws, caught by Martin. Down to the 49, a gain of 9. Second and 1. Morton. Oh, that's an illegal forward throw. It doesn't matter if Martin makes the catch or not. He was past the line. And yeah, Tate Martin would not even have made the catch, but that throw looked bad. They don't throw the flag for an illegal forward throw. 3rd and 2. Morton's got to go deep with this. Too far. Chisholm had no chance to make that catch. 4th down and 2. They got to go for it no matter what. Even if it's in their own territory, it's now or never if they want to play some form of spoiler.
That ain't gonna happen.
I mean, stranger things have happened, but I don't think any of us have to count on it. Fourth and 2 from the 48. Game on the line for the Aviators. Morton will throw. Incomplete.
Called it. Shit. Oh, God.
But there's a flag. It's not may not be necessarily over yet. It's not over yet. PI on Louisville's going to keep the Aviators' drive alive.
Is that the first time they called something on Louisville today?
That's their first penalty of the night, yeah.
Jesus H. Christ.
Yeah, up until now, they didn't get penalized whatsoever. It's just a shame you have to interfere with that pass.
Yeah, I'll take that. Or as our mutual friend would say, mine.
And Louisville uses their second timeout. First down from the 41 after the PI penalty. Morton will throw. Wide open is Gunnar O. Stays in bounds. First down inside the 20. Keep on going. 21 seconds left, still one timeout. Closing in on the end zone here. First down from the 17. Pressure coming on Morton, escapes it. He's got to try to do something with it. Down to the 10, there's a flag down as he'll fall down for a gain of 7.
This will be on the offense.
Right on the money, holding on Columbus. That's not going to help them. I don't know if they're going to put any time back on the clock because right now it's at 9 seconds. Even if Morton went all the way for the touchdown, it wouldn't have mattered. So they're backed up to they put 3 seconds back, so there's 12 left. First and 20 from the 27. Low snap. Morton throws it up. Incomplete. He had it for a second, and Winston couldn't hold on to it. 7 seconds come off. There's 5 ticks left. Second and 20. Morton is going to get sacked, and that seems like a fitting way to come for this game to come to an end.
Yeah.
Louisville ends their season with a win on the road over the Kings-Aviators 42-27, and they will end the season with a record of 6-4. While Columbus will finish 3-7. And they'll enjoy their time in the afterlife, along with the Stallions, Gamblers, and Renegades. As for the other 4 teams, they will duke it out in the playoffs to see which of these 4 will take home the UFL championship.
And again, I'm dreading it. Just banish me to the shadow realm now.
All right, so let me see if they've updated the site here on. It doesn't look like they've updated anything on the site, but they more than likely will show us the graphic of what we can expect for these playoffs, because we'll be able to do the whole thing for for at least the first game. The second one is in the air because of a driving license, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to get to that one on time, but I'll try.
And then, of course, there's the United Bowl. I'm still debating on whether I want to keep my tickets or not. As we'll see what happens next week.
Okay, so there's the playoff picture, but again, so it's Orlando against DC next Sunday at 3 Eastern, while the Battlehawks and Kings will duke it out at 6 Eastern. And both taking place on next Sunday. But again, the one thing I'm not sure about is if it's like traditional playoff rules to where the higher seed has the home court advantage, or if it's flipped, where the lower seed gets the home court advantage.
I'd say it'd be the higher seed myself. Because like I said, I looked at Ticketmaster. And they do it like their listing for June 7th is listed as canceled.
I guess we'll see when the UFL updates their website, because that's really the only way we're going to be able to find out ourselves.
Right, because I would say they're still having it be listed as to be determined, not canceled.
Because the way the graphics have them displayed, it had the higher seeds on top and the lower seeds right underneath them, implying that maybe it's at the lower seed stadiums. But again, we really have no idea.
Yeah. I mean, that's what they do.
Either way, whether it's at home or on the road, y'all are still going to be in for a nightmare.
Yeah. But that's how they list them for association football. You always have the home team first instead of second.
All right, well, and with that, folks,
Audi Field is a soccer stadium, so...
Well, folks, with that being said, the regular season of the UFL for this year is in the books. It's now time to set our sights on the playoffs this year. 4 teams, 1 winner. Will the DC Defenders conquer all odds and become 2-time UFL champions, or will we have a new champion with the title this year?
Yeah, it's going to be a new title.
Either way, that will be taking place next Sunday. So stay tuned for that. However, one thing I will also say, streams are not done yet. Even though the next UFL stream is going to be next Sunday, we're actually going to be back this Wednesday. Reason being, because it's NBA Finals week. Or at least this week marks the start of the NBA Finals this year. And you guys have voted, and it was unanimous. You wanted me to do it, so I've decided that we're going to make it happen. So, Game 1 between the Knicks and the Spurs in San Antonio will take place this Wednesday night. So make sure you have that bell run so you don't miss when I go live. Because, again, this is unprecedented territory. I had practice in, I think, Game 5 between the Thunder and Spurs in the conference finals a few days ago. So I feel like I'm ready here. And also, if you wanted my prediction for this, I believe the Spurs take this in 6. So, our predictions are swift. Are swift?
Swift? That's a new one.
Combined switched and flipped.
Swap.
What the fuck?
Or swapped.
Well, either way. So our predictions are flipped around. I have the Spurs winning in 6. He has the Knicks winning in 6. So we'll see what happens as this finals goes on. But I'll see y'all Wednesday. And no promises on my co-host joining me for every single one of these because I know he's got work just like I do.
Yeah. Of course, like I said, I don't know about the playoff round, but as of now, I will be covering live from the United Bowl. We'll see what happens next week.
I'll see if I can get on for that one because, again, it's scheduled to be a work day, and unfortunately, it's new student orientation at campus, so they may have all hands on deck for ID badges for new students at the IT desk, so that's what worries me. And it's the same day as the UFL championship, but the good thing for me is that because it's at 3 p.m. my time, there might be a way I can get that streamed live.
Wait a minute. Hold on. 3 p.m. your time? So it's 3 p.m. my time.
Or no, that's even worse. It's 2 p.m. my time then.
All right, I'm looking at my ticket. Yeah, my ticket has listed starting at 3 o'clock.
Good Lord. Yeah, so
it'll be 2 where you are.
Damn it. I fucked that up too. 2 p.m. my time. That might be the tailgate of the orientation, but it might still be going on.
I guess there would be a consolation if we don't make it next week. At least I'll be saving $15 on a beer.
True.
Because there'll be no need to do a beer snake that week.
Well, either way, I'll see y'all Wednesday. But until then, I'm Real JC signing off for now. Saying thanks for watching. Have a safe week. We are finally tomorrow we enter the month of June. My birth month. All right. Until Wednesday. Peace out, y'all. On behalf of me and my co-host Snark, we'll see you Wednesday.